Today's episode of Wild Oceans is a new dive site for me. It's called Palong, and I start the filming quite shallow. Here I'm at about 4 or 5 meters, just filming this big school of fusiliers. And then I moved up into a shallow sandy area to film these Java rabbitfish that were behaving in a very strange way, flicking their body across the sand like that. Maybe it's to remove parasites from their scales. These are another kind of rabbitfish. They're called saddleback rabbitfish. And they're easily identified by that large yellow spot on their tail. And if you're not sure how to identify rabbitfish, one of the easiest ways is the shape of their head and their mouth. I'm very shallow now, 3 or 4 meters. These are longfin bannerfish. That's a great barracuda just swimming away. It was very surgy that day, and it was nice to see just how many fish were up there in the very shallow water, even just 1 or 2 meters. These are damselfish. They're called Indo-Pacific Sergeant Majors, and they're just playing up there in the surge, getting pushed around with me in the current. But I love filming in this really shallow area. I love the effect that you get with the sun rays. And although that reef doesn't look like much, it's actually covered in hard coral, and that parrotfish there is happily feeding away. And I'm actually trying to film the surgeonfish behind him. That's a powder blue surgeonfish right there, and he was made famous in the film Finding Nemo. That was Nemo's friend, Dorian, I believe. Damselfish all over the reef, especially in the shallow areas. And now I'm very shallow. I just love filming the surge rushing back and forth against the wall of the island. And towards the end of the dive on safety stop now, I filmed this guy, and he had a suckerfish or a remora stuck to his tank for the whole dive, which was quite funny. Normally you see them attached to bigger fish like rays or sharks. And that fish stayed with him right up until he climbed up the ladder back onto the boat.